Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? It's your boy T-Jazz, and today I got a little explanation video for you guys today. We are explaining threes rotations in Rocket League. This is a pretty more complex concept, I would say. A lot of lower ranked players don't get the idea of rotations, and they're really a key aspect if you want to win your threes games. So please pay attention while I go through all this. I'm going to try my best to work around Photoshop and show you guys what you should be doing in each of the positions. And yeah, anyways guys, before we get into this, make sure to like, subscribe, and also comment down below what other tips and tricks you'd like to see, and let's get right into this. Okay, so the first position we're going to go over is the first man role. Now the first man role is very important to keeping pressure on offense, and is mainly the role you'll need in offense. There is a first man defense as well, obviously, but we're going to go over the offensive side of the ball first. So first man, let's say the ball, we're going to put the ball over. Let's say the ball is right here, okay? And we will take our first man, and he's going to be challenging the ball, and we'll pretend a defender is right here, okay? Let's say the ball is on the right side. Now, first man's job here is to force a good 50, or if they can, shoot the ball. They're trying their best to either score the ball if they can, or set up your second man, or third man even, to have a good attack. Now, let's say the first man is farther back. Let's say we just got the ball back and we are starting a counterattack, right? First man's going to be right here on the ball, and our second man should be somewhere around. The first man should be looking for a pass anywhere he can. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the first man. So the main roles are just keep pressure, try and create a play, find your teammates, or shoot if you can. Now for defense side of first man is going to be right here. Second and third man would be back here as well. I'll explain that later. So first man's right here. Let's say they're attacking right here, or we'll bring it over more towards the middle. Why not? And let's say your first man is pressuring right here. First man, you should always have you want to be aggressive on defense and more passive on offense, I would say, because you do not want to overcommit on offense. Say if your first man, you got your second man in the same corner as you really don't want that to happen. But on defense, you want to have an aggressive first man. So basically what this means, you want to have someone that is on the ball at all times during defense. And this applies to where the ball is anywhere in your half, or you're playing defense at any point during the game. So your first man should be playing here, and he should be trying to force a good 50, either to your second or third man, whoever is available. Or you should be trying to win the 50, or beat the first man to the ball on the other team, and try and get it back going on offense. So we're going to have to do a couple scenarios now of second man. We're going to go offensively first. So let's put the ball right here in the midfield. And we're going to take our first man. He's going to be on the ball here. And you're thinking, where should our second man be, okay? So our second man, spacing is huge in threes, I will say. So your second man should not be too far ahead of the ball. But if you are looking for a pass, second man should be somewhere up here. And from here, if first man passes the ball to second man would take this ball, control it, shoot it first time, or take it to the corner and try and set something up. Now, where first man go from here, right? Let's say our third man should be supporting the play somewhat, probably somewhere around right here. You always want to stay connected in kind of like this triangle type shape right here, as you can see. That's kind of how I like to explain threes rotations. It's kind of in a triangle, so you want to work and rotate in a triangle, and you can connect with these triangles at any time. But anyways, like I said, yeah, third man should be here backing up, and if first man has boost and still wants to continue the play, first man should drive up here, hoping that second man takes the ball here over the corner, and he will get this mid hopefully for first man, and first man should put a shot on. Now let's say that shot gets deflected. Your third man, if your two teammates are pushed up like this, your third man should be about around midfield, just above, I would say, just in case the ball does get banged out. But first man, let's say first man shoots right here, and the ball deflects out here. Your third man should be able to clean this up and shoot. Where your second man here is going to rotate right behind, stay in the play. And then your first man's going to be low on boost from probably shooting, so he should rotate all the way back into that third man position if he can, still staying in the play and stuff like that. Now another scenario we'll say, let's say first man right here has the ball on the wall, and there's an opponent right here about to 50 right behind the ball. Let's say this is second man. I see a lot of people riding the opponent or your first man's cheeks, basically. That's okay, I guess. I mean, third man should be covering around here just in case. Now it does look like we're all crammed up here and you can't really see the triangle anymore. The only reason this would be fine here is if your teammate forces a 50 and it goes up the wall, then second man should be able to go up and challenge that. But if you're here in second man, I would always sit kind of staggered like this. So first, second, third man, just making sure that you guys have even spacing and you have all the areas of the field covered for any output of the 50. Your third man could even sit back here as well because they still have time to get back to net, or if the ball goes up to the level, they can go up to it as well. It all depends how your team is and how your team plays. Now let's talk about the defensive side of things a little bit. Let me bring these guys back here for a second. So like I said, with first man's going to be hopefully 50ing the ball here, like challenging. And you're always going to want someone challenging, and then we will have, in case he does get beat, we will have someone on backboard. So we'll have someone on backboard, and then we'll have someone on the farthest post, like on far post from where the ball is. So the ball's on the right, so we are on the back left post right here as our post guy. So we should always have someone on backboard and post. And it'd be the same thing over here. So if the ball's over here, your first man's challenging this, still same backboard guy, but all we got to do here is just have our other guy float on the right post instead of the left post. So whatever side's the ball on, you go opposite if you're sitting on the post. And you can cover, because if you're sitting on the opposite post, say they shoot this, they beat your opponent and it's going like top corner. Well, if it's going top corner, your backboard should have that in theory. Double commits on defense are not great because you want to save as much boost as you can if you are under pressure, because as if you're low boost, that's how a lot of people on offense capitalize. So what I would do here, if the ball is floating towards top corner, I would let backboard go. And let's say backboard does go, he gets a good 50. The ball goes to the corner. Then from here, your first man's going to rotate behind your guy on the post, and your post guy is going to come out here a little bit and cover this area. Just in case your opponent gets beat or your teammate gets beat, he's going to sit near post around there in case of a 50 that goes back or anything like that. But this teammate right here could also go backboard. Same with this. As long as you always have someone in net covering one of the posts that the ball is not opposite to, and someone on backboard. Now let's go to another offensive scenario. Let's say first man is in the corner right here, right? Second man should not be right here. Like I said, should not be right behind. You should trust your teammate enough to provide a decent enough 50 so you can challenge the ball. And then third man here, I would push him right about here, or right about that midfield line, just in case a terrible 50 comes up, he can play the wall. And your second man is basically playing this outer touch. If he gets it around one defender and gets it to the middle, your second man should be able to clean that up and score. So I guess I'm going to go over just like the overall views of first, second, and third man. So roles for first man, like I said earlier, pressure the ball, force a 50 for your teammate, find a pass, create a play, and basically just don't, like, I mean, if you overcommit, it's not the end of the world, but the last thing we want to do on offense as a three-man team is overcommit. Say if two of our teammates double commit and we both get beat, and third man's like somewhere around here, that leaves us in a bad spot for a counterattack. So you never want to be too bunched up, like I said. But yeah, those are the main rules for first man. Just keep pressure, try and force a good 50, create a play, or if you can, shoot the ball in the back of the net. Now for second man, your role is the first line of support. So basically, like I have said, if first man is trying to create the play, you should be in a good position to support him and be able to score off of his pass or play off of his 50 and read that. Now, based on how good you are, depends how good you can read 50s and everything like that. But like I said, again, this is a more complex explanation of it, but even for simpler ranks, you can understand this as well, just the rotational aspect of everything. So yeah, like I said, second man's main goals are just to play that first line of support and be ready to rotate into first man if your first man gets beat. Because if your first man gets beat, let's say the ball is, we'll bring it over here. First man gets beat, right? Let's say first man gets beat. He challenges, he gets beat. Second man should be here, ready to support him. And same with third man. Third man should start creeping up as your first man is going to start rotating back, collecting pads, staying in the play. Staying in the play is huge. We don't want to be going for these big corner boosts as much, as they are nice. When you can pick them up, pick them up. But small pads, staying in the play in threes is the most important thing in my opinion. But anyways, we're going to go over the third man rule now. So basically the third man rule is the last line of defense, your last line of support, and also where you could get some goal scoring opportunities as well. So basically their main role here, let's say first man and second man are up here. Say they're up here, second man supporting that. Third man, your main role here is to make sure nothing gets past you and you can keep the ball in play. So say first man gets beat, right? First man gets beat, like I said. Second man comes in, okay? Second man comes in. Second man also gets beat, okay? So at this point, when second man gets beat, second man should not really get beat there. But if he does, your first man's going to be around here. By the time he gets beat, he should be collecting some pads around here, taking that wider rotation. So as a third man, as soon as your teammate, you know your teammate's going to be able to get back in time, you should start creeping up and enforce that first man position. And for offense wise, let's say we are shooting on net here. Let's say first man gets a good 50, right? And second man's just chilling in the middle, coming up here. And let's say second man right here bangs it off the backboard, okay? As third man, you should be able to read that play, and you should be around here ready to support your teammate, because as first man right here, first man will be rotating back behind you as third man. And then you as third man is right here. Oh, where is it? There we go. Third man is right here, putting that shot on net. And as soon as the second man passes that ball, he rotates behind first man, and first man would push up as second man. In case the third man does not score, this second man now would be able to support him essentially. But yeah, that's basically threes rotation in a nutshell. I know this may seem like a lot, so please pause the video whenever necessary. I did just cram a lot of information at you guys, but I hope this is a general, like, complex rotation guide for threes, but I don't want it to be too complex for you guys. I want lower ranks to be able to understand this. But basically the main takeaways you got to take from this: first man should be the one enforcing the ball, pressuring, trying to create a play or have a shot on net. Second man there for the first line of support and ready to rotate into first man when first man gets beat, or play the pass off of first man. And third man, his role is to play the final line of support on defense and be ready to rotate into that first man position as well in case second man gets beat or passes the ball to you. Back passes are pretty cool as well, I will not lie. And then for defense, obviously first man trying to force a good 50 for you and just trying to keep constant pressure. Second man being there for support, and if the ball is close to the net, that one person would be on that far post and the other person would be on the backboard. But yeah, other than that, I mean, the overall threes rotation, just stay in these triangle-like shapes. Like I like to explain as a triangle, always stand like a triangle, 3 points, and that will lead to your success, because if you're disconnected as a team, you might get beat. So anyways, guys, I hope you guys did enjoy this little explanation video. Let me know if I missed something. I probably did. But anyways, guys, like I said, make sure to like, subscribe, and also leave a comment down below what you guys would like to see next, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.